Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, Morning Whispers and Soft Eyes. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Good morning, vlog. Today starts the same way it always does. Me, half awake, phone in one hand, and Quirky sitting beside my bed like a quiet guardian. He doesn't bark. He doesn't jump. He just stares at me with those round, thoughtful eyes, as if he's been holding a secret all night and waiting for the right moment to share it. Quirky has two modes in the morning. The first one is gentle Quirky. He stretches slowly, presses his warm body against my leg, and sighs like life is peaceful and everything is exactly where it should be. When I pet his head, he closes his eyes, completely trusting me. In these moments, I swear he understands every word I say. I tell him about my plans, my worries, and even silly thoughts. He listens without judgment, his tail moving just a little, like he's saying, I'm here. Keep talking. But then, just as I think I fully understand him, Quirky switches. I grab the leash, ready for our walk, and suddenly he freezes. He looks away. He pretends the leash doesn't exist. Wasn't he excited 2 seconds ago? I ask him gently. I wait, I laugh. Quirky finally stands up, walks 3 steps, then sits again. This is our first conversation of the day, soft, confusing, and strangely comforting. By afternoon, Quirky becomes a mystery novel. We're sitting in the living room, sunlight spilling across the floor. I turn on the camera for today's vlog, and Quirky immediately notices. Sometimes he loves attention. Sometimes he acts like I've deeply offended him just by existing. Today is one of those hard-to-understand days. I place a toy in front of him. No reaction. I call his name in my happiest voice. He flicks one ear. That's it. One ear. I sit beside him, pretending not to care, and suddenly he leans into me, resting his head on my knee like nothing ever happened. No explanation. No warning. We go out for a short walk. Quirky walks confidently for 5 minutes, then stops to stare at absolutely nothing. I wait. People pass by. I smile awkwardly. Quirky remains still, like he's thinking about life, the universe, and maybe a snack he had 3 years ago. Then, without warning, he happily walks again, tail wagging, mood completely reset. Back home, he follows me everywhere. Kitchen, bedroom, desk. If I close the door, he sits outside quietly. No scratching, no barking, just waiting. That's Quirky too. Gentle in ways that don't ask for attention but still say, you matter to me. At night, Quirky becomes soft again. He curls up beside me while I edit the vlog, his breathing slow and steady. I talk to him like he's my diary. I tell him how confusing people can be, how emotions change, how sometimes I don't even understand myself. Quirky listens, eyes half closed, tail resting against my arm. In these quiet moments, I realize something important. Quirky is a lot like life, and like us. Some days he is warm, open, and easy to read. Other days he is distant, quiet, and impossible to understand. But he is always sincere. He never pretends. He just is. In today's life, we often expect consistency from others and from ourselves. We want clear answers, stable emotions, and predictable behavior. But Quirky reminds me that change is natural. Gentleness and confusion can exist in the same heart. Instead of forcing understanding, sometimes the best thing we can do is stay patient, stay kind, and stay present. Here's what Quirky teaches us. Slow down when things don't make sense. Respect silence. Don't rush emotions, yours or anyone else's. Be gentle, even when confused. And most importantly, show up consistently, because love doesn't need to be loud to be real. End of today's vlog. Quirky is asleep now, and honestly, I think he understands me better than I understand myself.